What's up? Welcome to Rooters Buddhist Beats. This is in the 807 studios. Um, I'm kicking it with you today, and I'm just gonna make a little beat real fast because I got somewhere to be in about 2 hours. So I'm just gonna do something real fast with a sample that I got from somewhere online. Just don't even remember where I got it from. I get so many samples in the mail from people that I've purchased from. Um, uh, Websites, I mean, people, websites that I've purchased from and that I'm a member of too. I got a music community that I'm a member of where DJs send me a whole bunch of samples that they've sampled. So today, I'll be using this one here. So I'm not sure where it came from. I just have them in piano samples. It's a folder on my PC. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna load it up, chop it up. I'm gonna make it, I don't know, say uh, 82 BPM, and we're gonna go select our drums and stuff like that. Um, I may use a drum that I've already made. I may not. Depends. Um, Depends what I got, really. I think I'm gonna pitch the piano down maybe a little bit. Not sure if I'm gonna do that yet. We're gonna see how well it chops up first, because well, something's on my desk. It's anyways. So if y'all are wondering, I have the rights to whatever people send me, and they send me to tell me, yo, you can have this. It's yours. Do what you want with it. If that's the case, it's in my email. I'm going to use it for my YouTube channel. I'm not going to use it for recording or anything like that. So I'm making beats. I may give it to an artist, unknown artist or whatever like that, as a free gift or whatever. It's going to have audio tags, obviously, and it's all going to be done on my MPK Mini. Okay, this is what I'm going to be using today, the pads and everything. So let's go choose some drums. I'm just wondering if I don't already have something that's 82 BPM or 81 that we might be able to use. Well, this one's 81, so we're gonna bring the tempo down to 81. How's that? We'll use that. It's pre-made. I make my own drums, by the way. I'm not using a kit or somebody else's loops or whatever. I do my own, and then even then, I break it up. I chop my own drums. I just want to make things as authentic as I can. Y'all can hear that, right? Okay, so we're gonna create a new program with the drums in it, and I'm gonna use that because it's time consuming. I don't want to have to go through all my drums. And if you guys want this beat, all you got to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment. I don't know, man. Leave something original as a comment, and I'll send you the beat. How's that? I'll contact you, and you can send me your email, and I'll send you the beat. So I just want to make it as original as possible. Share the channel, subscribe. I'm trying to get this off the ground and popping because, you know, I had a triple bypass last year. I had, and that failed. My bypass failed, so I was back in the hospital again to have the arteries unblocked. The main artery, actually, the left anterior descending, what they call a widowmaker. I had that unblocked. By the way, this webisode is brought to you by the plug right here. Audio experts, my boy Jeb, Ryan. These guys can hook you up with some good advice or custom audio enclosures for your vehicles. Remember that. So yeah, be sure to check these guys out. They're top of the line. They're in tech. One's in Texas, and the other one I believe is in Michigan. So whichever one is closest to you, you may wanna. Okay, so instead of just beating the drums in like I usually do, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna punch them in real quick with the computer, with the mouse and everything. It's so much easier. There. I'm just gonna keep a pattern going. I don't want to mix things up a little too much there. So Control A, Control C, Control V. Sounds good, right? Okay. Now we're gonna chop up the piano. Let's go to trim first. I just want to make it sound. That sounds good. Let's chop that at the BPM. Ooh. Let me just turn that down a little bit in my headphones. A bit loud. So, all right, let's go. Let's make it a program. I'm gonna leave it just the way it is. Do it, and let's see what we can come up with back over here. This time I'm going to use the pads only because I'm messing around, right? So let's bring the piano there. So I got somewhat of an idea where I'm going with this. Let's go bang it out. So it's gonna be. So it's something like that. Let's go. punch it in. Okay, so just make this a little bit bigger so I can grab them. Then eliminate that one. Mm. Let's do this. One more over here, and then we're gonna go up there. Mm. Control A, Control C. Bring down the piano a little bit because we don't want it too loud and overbearing. And okay. There you have it. Just messing around with some of the loops, and like I said, I'm kind of pressed for time today, so I don't have time to like punch in the pads and stuff. So I'm just punching them in on the software program. This is MPC Beats in here. I have the full version. I don't know what it's called, just MPC, I guess. So I get a lot of questions via email mostly. I get some on my fan page. They message me on my fan page and stuff. Um, what do I use the most? What hardware do I use the most? My MPK Mini came when I got it. It was maybe out for 6 to 8 weeks. It hadn't been out too long, and it's the MK3 with the little screen on it and stuff like that. It's really nice. The pads are really nice. But before that, I was using my MPK 49 with the 12 pads, and I wasn't using the MPC Beats software yet. I hadn't even been introduced to it. I was using LMMS, which was it's a DAW that's pretty good. You can't really import. I haven't been able to figure out how to import other VST plugins into LMMS, but it comes with a wide range of VST plugins. Not only that, you can pitch your samples too, so you can sample a piano and then um, load it up in LMMS and then play all the keys, every single note all the way down. It's really cool. It's a very good DAW. It's free LMMS if you want to start composing and making, you know, substantial music and stuff like that. I highly recommend it. So, yeah, this beat is almost done. It needs a bass line and a hook, obviously. Maybe a little melody too. So I'm going to save this. Always remember to save your projects, okay? Even if you think they're crap, you can come back to it and edit your projects later on and everything. It's really cool. And don't forget these guys over there, the plug down at the bottom. Yeah, these guys. You should really, these guys right there, the plug. So, and always remember, create a new folder for each project. MPC Beats. If you're using this, doesn't usually create the folder for you. They just put them all in one folder and then the bam 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 bam. And then but if you got what if you're naming your project one thing and you want to name it another project the same name, but you've already used it twice. In folders you could just add one, two. I mean, you could do it too with the program, but it's all one word, right? So anyways, I usually start with the BPM 81, BPM in caps, dash, and then whatever the title I give it. And this one here is just going to be called Piano Time. Um, I had a friend of mine who used to send me samples all the time. And well, I don't want to say his name without his permission. So, but used to send me all kinds of samples, and I used to use them all the time. Not just in my productions, my personal productions, but in other productions too. And he didn't want a cent from me, even though I said, if I make anything from these, I'm gonna send you some money. He's like, no, I'm good. Just keep it. He goes, and when I need help building my stuff, I'll call on you, and then you can give me beats. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds good to me. So another question I get asked often is if I sell beats. Normally, I don't sell them. I lease them through my publisher because through my publisher, I still own the music, which means I own 50% of whatever song you decide to write to. So it's 50% my song and 50% your lyrics. You know what I mean? That's how a song works. It's 50-50. Because without the music, you don't have a song. You just have a bunch of lyrics. It's just called poetry. That's it. So without the music, you don't have a song. Period. That's 50% of your music is the actual instrumental. So Without it, you just have poetry. So remember, if your producer says it's 50%, it's 50%. And believe me, there's nobody, no producer, real producers on this planet who'll accept less than 50%. Because that's 50% of the work right there. And then afterwards, you go into the studio and you say, well, he only spent 5 minutes on the beat. I saw it on YouTube and stuff like that. This is not going into big production. If this is going to a major studio where somebody's going to be recording, believe me, I'm going to mix and master every track. That piano is going to be redone to my likings, and it's going to be redone on my big board. You understand? All the notes are going to be played, everything. So the only thing that's going to be done here is the bass line and stuff like that. So I get asked if I sell beats. I don't sell beats. You're going to have to contact my publisher and then lease whatever they have there. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Um, so we are looking for a bass line now. Oh, another question I get asked a lot is about my podcast. If I'm gonna ever bring back my podcast, it's in the works. I'm working out kinks. My podcast broadcasting software works. The podcast equipment works. I just need a few more. I'm looking into a few more sponsors locally that are willing to sponsor the podcast, which is going to be weekly on Spotify. I've already got the spot on Spotify. It's already there. It's all of the logos are there. It's already decorated, nice, real page and everything. And I'm also working on the website, but the website's going to be heavily sponsored by local ads and stuff like that. So as soon as I get everything together, you guys will be the first you know, to find it. So and that's that. That's when it comes. That's what comes with you know, with that. So we're gonna look for a baseline now. I like that one. Dirty. So we've got a nice bass. There's my bass, right? So here we go. There's the bass. Nothing fancy. Um, a lot of people go, well, how come your basses aren't fancy? It's boom bap. It's not, I'm not composing a symphony here. This is boom bap, you know. If I want to compose a symphony, I can. And you know what? I was just trying it out in MPC Beats. Peep this. Now, I play Guild Wars 2. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Um, um, I've been playing now for over 10 years and then going on 11 years. Anyways, since the launch of the game, I've been playing. My wife got it for me for my birthday. So the guild that I'm in asked, well, they didn't ask, but I volunteered to do a theme song. It was suggested, so I volunteered, right? Here it is. So there you have it. And I did that with MPC Beats because I was just messing around. I figured, you know what, there's no need to load in the big software, Reaper, Logic, and do it this way. I'm going to try it out in MPC Beats. They boast that you can compose anything in it. So let's try it. Let's give it a shot. So I did. And I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Like I said though, I've only had my MPK Mini since launch. Since MPK 3, I should say, the MK3 Mach 3. Since it was within a month of it being released, I got it. I got it on my birthday from my sister and my mom. They both sent me this as a gift. Um, I was super grateful. It helped with my music production. Before that, I was using equipment with aside from my big keys. I was using equipment that was either broken or only certain keys worked, and so it was old gear from. I'm an old man. I'm 50 years old. I'm gonna be 50 years old, so I used what I could, right, and what I could afford. So, but now things are looking up. Things are getting better, and I'm proud to say that I'm doing well. That's gonna go down. Copy. Yeah, I'll copy certain notes and I'll paste them wherever I need them and stuff. And this one ended up all the way down at the bottom, so we're gonna go here and paste that other one there. Bass. Also, another thing I like within MPC Beat software is you get to name all the instruments you use before you turn it into a song. So, always remember to save your work. That's what I just did. I just saved it. So now I want something a little bit more delicate to go with it. Maybe some strings would sound good. So let's go with BBC Symphony Orchestra through Spitfire Audio. If you get a chance, and if you're a producer and you're looking for VST plugins to use to your music, you need to get this. This is really, really one of the best software programs that I've ever used. The strings. Hang on, let me just stop that so y'all can just hear this. But you can go you got tremolo, pizzicato, spiccato, and long. Now let's see what that sounds like, a long one. Let's see what we got. There we go. So I'm gonna add a little bit of reverb on that. And I'm using what comes with MPC Beats. I'm not loading anything different. I'm in a small little reverb. So all the notes that I've been using are in F major. Don't ask me why, but that's the one that's coming out anyways most. So it's good if you do know your notes and how to play. So I mean, I tend to try to do it by ear mostly, but and then when I do catch it by ear, I look at the notes that I'm playing, and it's along the F major scale. So there we go. You understand what I'm saying? Even the chords I'll switch to F major and then just go from there if I use chords. But in the notes, going to be in the F keys. So in the F major range. If you're a piano player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe let's try violins too. Mm-hmm. Nice tremolo right there. Save your work. All right. Thanks a lot for tuning in, folks, man. Remember, this is brought to you by The Plug. Tune in next week. Same time, same place, YouTube, you know.